Hi people, my name is RehanAllahwala. I want to thank you for this opportunity for letting me speak to you today. I'm very thankful to my friend Mr. Ghanem for this opportunity, and I want to talk to you about today this small device, the mobile phone. Today in planet Earth we are around 7 billion and a few million people. And according to Wikipedia as of today, we have 5.6 billion mobile phones in the world. And according to another website, there are more phones, like 6.4 billion mobile phones. We also say that there are around 1 billion mobile phones activated, which are smartphones. And within the next 3 years, that figure will change and majority of the phones might become smartphones. And I truly believe that also. According to the Moore's law, that should be very practical. Now, I have these two phones today in my hand. One of them is a dumb phone and another one is a Samsung Galaxy S2, which I normally use. So today, this phone is approximately $600 and this phone here is approximately $14 or even $13 or $12.50. Now let's compare the features. Now this phone is one SIM with a high definition camera, 8 megapixels, but one SIM, and GPRS and 3G services available. But this phone here, which is $12 approximately only, and it comes in this box. It has capability of using 3 SIMs. You can see a video camera here. You can take pictures from it. You can have a radio on it. And if you pay $2 more, the phone comes with a TV also in it. So that's thanks to China that majority of the phones now being used in the growing parts of the world are these phones. And what we have done in Pakistan is we are using this device as a building block. You might have seen my introduction before this video, and what I am doing is trying to create 1 million new businesses in the next 2 years. And for doing that, I'm using this phone. So we'll discuss 3 things today. We're trying to create 1 million new businesses. 70% of the country of Pakistan and approximately the similar amount of the country of India and Bangladesh does not know how to read and write their name in any language. So we're trying to create a school, which again runs on this device. And we're trying to create a skill training setup using the same thing. So I'll come to the school first. So as I said, they say there are around 200,000 schools in Pakistan where there are no teachers available. And if there are teachers available, those teachers normally would speak a localized version of the content. Even though the book is the same, they would be speaking in an accent which you might or might not be able to understand. For example, most people in the Arab world would have some kind of touch of Arabic accent within their English. With me speaking to you, I have a Pakistani version of the English which you're hearing me. So one day my son came up to me and started singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, How I Wonder What You Are, but basically I couldn't understand anything which he was saying. All I understood was the poem's theme or the jingle which was behind the poem. And that's around 2 months ago. So I thought about this and I talked to the principal of the school where he goes to school that, would it be possible for me to create a content for you where all the poems are actually recited by people from their native language. And when I brought my children back, when my daughter came back from the States and she went to school and she used to speak American English when she started living in Pakistan, when they went to school they would speak in an American accent. And the teacher would say, no, you're speaking in the wrong accent. You should use Pakistani accent. And this is how you should be speaking like. And the poor girl stopped talking and she eventually lost her American accent, which I thought was great. However, she eventually lost it. And now what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to convert all the nursery to the metric school curriculum into video films, small films which can be played on this small device. And as you can see, you can dismantle it, you can go to the nearest mobile phone shop, which are in thousands, and you can stick in a memory card here which costs $2, and it comes with the phone. You take out the memory card, you give it to the mobile phone shop guy, and he dumps the class which you want on this, and then the knowledge is transferred without having the internet on the device. And that allows the entire curriculum for a particular class to be downloaded on the phone for as low as 20 to 30 cents. It is possible in countries like Pakistan, where the economy of the scale is large and the income is very low. So the same thing can be duplicated in Africa, in India, and other places. So now we have a school system which is running on this small device, and you can teach almost anything on here. So it has a full colored LCD display which you can use to play anything. So all of a sudden, those schools which did not have teachers would be able to get teachers of high quality, high standard, which is being used in private schools. The same school content is now can be used in the government schools, because you cannot duplicate or copy teachers, but you can copy content on these phones. And all the content which we're producing, which is on RehanSchool.com, is free of charge. It's being built by the top-notch teachers in that language where it is. For example, English content is being made by a friend of ours who's a documentary maker in BBC in the UK. So his content is amazing, and let me show you a clip of that.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light, twinkle, twinkle, all the night.
So what did you think? What's the quality of the content of English? I think it's beautiful. I think it just puts me in a trance. I understand that the music is different, the theme is different, but the words, which are actually important to a person who has never even read English, even if he recites it over and over and over, the teacher wouldn't get angry here, because the teacher is just, you just have to press the button and the teacher starts starts reciting it. And the teacher which is there, which is of low quality, can actually have a higher quality information being submitted, and the teacher becomes a facilitator, and the student also can be a facilitator here. The second thing we're building is a skill school, and that skill school is again going on these phones. So you say you want to be a carpenter, you go to the nearest mobile phone shop, and then you go and say to them, hey, we would like to download a content for, can you give us content for being a carpenter? So he gives him 300 videos, which are again very small films, 2 minutes to 4 minutes long, which they come on the phone on a 4 gigabyte memory card, which is again $2 if you buy a brand new one. And then that content comes to this device, and then they can go over and over. And if they get stuck at any point, we are setting up a call center where they would be able to call in and change the video and get the video over MMS, or they can go back and help us create a better version of the video, and then that goes back into the mobile shop, and the mobile shop gives back it to the device. Now, Pakistan has a very high penetration of internet, but still, as I said, 70% of the country doesn't read and write any language. So there's still an obstacle for how to use the internet on the phone, because these phones are still dumb phones. You can't talk to them yet. And once these smartphones like these phones take over, and according to Moore's law, this should be happening in 3 years' time for like same price as this one, you can then use something like Siri on iPhone to speak to the device, and it does things. So how do I change a tire? And it just opens the video of how to change the tire on this phone, and just the growth rate of the learning just changes upside down. Everything just changes as soon as you start talking to the device, because now it becomes interactive. It's no longer a monologue, it's a dialogue, because you're speaking to the phone how to change a tire, and then it plays a video. And the third thing we're doing is we're trying to create employment through this phone. So we're creating those skill set. We're creating 100 businesses which can be replicated, initially 10,000 times each in Pakistan alone. And then those videos, everything is being taught through video. And we're using a crowdsourcing process for auditing. So for example, if you open a cafe which the quality is not at par, you will see a sign at the cafe that if you shoot a video of this cafe with something wrong in it and you send it to us, we'll give you a reward of $5, which is a lot of money, for buying whatever within our network of stuff. So I feel that this small device, which was initially created as a car phone and a boat phone, now is a building block for economies. And economy of scale is humongous. Another pointer on these devices is the use of Twitter. Now, even though the majority of our country, for example, in Pakistan, we have 180 million people and they cannot read and write, but you hand them this phone, just like a small kid, you give them an iPad or this phone, even a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old will figure it out how to use this phone. So similarly, those people who have never been to school, you give them this phone and they understand, they start reading and writing, they understand the basic English because it's written all in English, or basic Arabic. So Twitter recently opened gateways in Pakistan, and by doing that, now majority of the country, which is 180 million people, and the population of mobile phone in Pakistan is 112 million people at this time. So suppose a politician wants to send, puts an ad in the newspaper, say, if you want to follow us, if you like what you're doing, send an SMS to 40404, F space say RehanAllahwala, though I'm not a politician. They become an instant Twitter user on the phone. So imagine a politician putting an ad and 1% of the population sends that SMS to 40404 F space RehanAllahwala, for example. Now 1% of 112 million is 1.1 million followers. And that's the 1/6 population of Facebook in Pakistan as of today. So in Pakistan today, it's 6.7 million people on Facebook. And just by getting 1% of the population on Twitter through SMS, now they tweet once a day, and 1.1 million SMSs go out free of charge to the entire country. And same thing goes for a celebrity, same thing goes for the small mom and pop shop on the corner. They can start making their own Twitter IDs and they can start engaging with the community within wherever they live. Say for example, in my city, there's a population of 18 million. So 1 or 2 restaurants which are very famous here, if they started doing this, they would be able to capture millions of people just on Twitter, because everybody who leaves the restaurant can offer them a business card or something which says, please follow us, by sending an SMS to F space, whatever their restaurant's name is, to 40404. Now the social networks are becoming the gluing part of entire economies of businesses, and scaling it up becomes very easy. So if you like cake and you are the cake queen on Twitter, you can be followed by millions and millions of people at no cost through this small device. Again, it doesn't need internet, it doesn't need broadband, it doesn't need a smartphone. All you need is a basic phone set. And that phone set allows you to do crazy stuff like what we're doing in Pakistan. Similarly, take Facebook. So Facebook has added a SMS-based gateway also. So you can actually now sign up on Facebook, get your messages through SMS. You can update your Facebook through this. And myself, I have been able to convert 3 of my uneducated people. One is this Mr. Iqbal, one is this Mr. Aftab, and then the third one is this Mr. Dost Muhammad. And Dost Muhammad has the most funniest story, where his teacher, when I gave him the mobile phone first time in his hand, he said, I don't want this phone because my teacher back in my village told me, you're not that smart, you can't really read it right, so I don't think I can learn how to use a mobile phone. And today he's on Facebook. This is his Facebook page, and you can just go and add him on Facebook and see, how you can interact with this Facebook. And again, he doesn't use his computer. His messages come on his mobile phone. And he has never been to school. He has never been to a university. He has only learned everything through his mobile phone, through his SMSs. And now, since he's a security guard, he's constantly writing about, today the milkman didn't show up. Today, the newspaper guy didn't show up. And all kinds of frustrations which he had are going on his Facebook wall. So I see that this is the most powerful change maker for the third world countries, and especially the developing countries. And I think the governments should focus on building the networks. And once the networks are built, these are the new superhighways, and these communication tools are changing phenomenally, especially in the developing countries. And these tools are really making a huge difference. Even if there were no social networks, a phone call from now from Pakistan to the US and to other 40 countries is just 1 cent per minute, and that's all it takes. To Canada, it's even like 10 cents for an hour or something that ridiculous. If you call local, it's 2 cents a minute. If you call the US, it's cheaper. So that's how powerful communication tools have become. And then they can actually call one of their cousins and say, this is the problem I'm having, so what can I do to fix it? And that cousin might have access to some kind of knowledge which he can transfer back to some remote village of some remote country in the world. So this is me today. I hope you enjoyed my little presentation. Do send me feedback. I'm on Facebook, on facebook.com/Rehan33. You can also send me a message on my page. It's facebook.com/RehanAllahwala. If you have any ideas on how we can scale up even further to the 1 million businesses or anything else, or if you'd like to learn more, please check out our website on rehan.com. And I'm looking forward to getting in touch with you. Thank you so much.